4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there, this is Alan Azar and you're watching Metal Bell Magazine.
Deepest director of our universe.
It's me again, this is Alan, and I know I've been gone for a while. I've been living in the United States, in California, specifically in Los Angeles, and I'm here in Lebanon now. It's Christmas time and I'm visiting the family and friends for the holiday season. But technically, I've been gone for a while, playing music in Los Angeles, doing some recordings, playing with a lot of bands, and I'm very bad in social media. That's why you guys don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna start to work on some new songs. People are waiting to hear the third album. It's not gonna be a third album. I'm gonna be working on single songs. I'm gonna release each song with the music video, and I will keep you posted on my Facebook. In Los Angeles, mainly I was doing all music. I was producing some music for movies, documentaries. I'm kind of in the Hollywood industry, trying to make it happen like all other musicians. And it's been doing good. My solo project has been a little bit slow, especially the first 2 years. It was kind of slow, so now I'm getting back on it. I built my own studio, and it's coming soon. The reason I left Lebanon and I moved to Los Angeles is because, like all other musicians' story in Lebanon, everybody wants to leave to move forward with the career, especially move to the West, either in Europe or in the United States. So this is one of my main reasons I moved, and I believe there's a lot of musicians trying to move there to make it happen. I love the music in Lebanon. The music scene is amazing, but we're all struggling in terms of finding good production to work with or good musicians to work with, especially the political problems that's happening here in the region is stopping all the musicians and all the artists in general. So moving to Los Angeles for me was a good step, even though I live there, but you know, this is my country and I always want to come back here and do my shows. So hopefully in the next year or so, I'll be coming and doing a lot of shows here in Lebanon as well. Last year I released a song called Lady Di. Lady Di. A lot of people ask me, who's Lady Di? Lady Di is a Chinese mummy. It's the oldest mummy has been found, and she's about 3,000 to 4,000 years ago. The album's gonna be called Wonders and the Archaeologist. So before, when I released The Cosmologist, I was really into space and cosmology. So now I'm really inspired by archaeology, and this is why I was like reading a lot about archaeology, and I found this mummy, and she was very interested mummy. Yeah, I was reading a lot about it, watching a lot of documentaries, and I just got inspired and I composed this song. I wanted to release a music video for it, animation, but it didn't happen, so I ended up putting a lot of pictures together and I released it on YouTube. It's a pretty cool, weird song, but I love the melodies in it, so you guys need to check it out. There's definitely a new album coming out, and the album's gonna called Wonders and the Archaeologist. It's all main and based on the archaeology that's happening around the world, that happened before, so I got really inspired about that. So I will release an album, but first, before releasing the album, I'll be releasing it single by single. So this is one of my things that I figured if I release singles, people will notice the songs more, then releasing a full album. So I released the first song, which is Lady Die, and now I have a new song coming out called Mountain Peak. This song, it's a very beautiful, beautiful song. I filmed the music video for it, and now we're in the process of doing the editing and all that, so I'll be releasing it soon. So this is what I'm gonna be doing like every 2-3 months. I'll be releasing a song till I have the full album, and then I'll release it as a full album. I had a friend, story. He's a composer. He works for Lord of the Rings and those kind of big soundtracks. He's a composer called Zain Effendi. He's based in Los Angeles. He's a good friend of mine, so he called me one day and he's like, "Hey, I'm working with Disney and we need those guitars for this movie called Planes." So I never heard of this movie before. And he told me that this is the same movie Cars, but they're doing it now, it's Planes. And they were asking for a lot of rockabilly style of music, so it was challenging because, you know, I'm a metal guy, but I made it happen. You know, we worked together on composing all these licks and all this crazy stuff, and yeah, I had a chance to record in a Disney movie, which is a big thing for me. And it's a great feeling when you go to the movie theater and you hear all your guitars, you know, around. It's a good thing. I live in an area called Glendale. It's about 10 minutes away from Hollywood, so the reason is because I really wanted to be involved in Hollywood production scene. And yeah, I've been doing a lot of recording with a lot of people actually. And the main thing that works in Los Angeles and Hollywood is that they call you for projects, and the funny part is you don't know who you're recording for. You end up doing your job and leaving, so it's kind of okay for me. I'll do it. And also in terms of the movies, soundtracks, I did also recording for an animation movie called The Incredibles. This one was fun. I did like 1 episode and a half. It's kind of like they were asking for a lot of metal music, so it's kind of my style. So I was doing a lot of riffs, a lot of distortion things and solos, so it was kind of fun. And yeah, I'm always open to do a lot of work in Hollywood. It's kind of fun. I love the band Aliens, and it's always been my band, and it's always been what I like to do. Being a solo artist is a different thing, has nothing to do with being in a band. I'm more free when I'm doing my own solo things. I can put all my inspiration in there. I can switch in between styles. I can do a lot of things the way I want, play the way I want. Do a lot of improvisation in the composing and then the arrangement and all that. So my solo career is fine, I love it, but I always like to be in a band as well. So it's not a decision I took, it's something happened that we couldn't make it happen the way we wanted with the Aliens. A lot of members just went to their own ways, you know, especially with the music industry in Lebanon. It was hard to make it happen, so this is why I decided I'm not gonna stop playing music, so I went solo, and here I am, I'm still doing it. But I always have the feeling that I would love to play with the metal band again, especially with vocals and all these things, so that's it. It's kind of challenging to be a solo artist because it's all about not a full band, it's all by you, one member. And so especially when you do shows, a lot of people are going to see you, to listen to your music, to your compositions. It's all about you, it's all about one person. which is I like it because I like to express myself this way. I can do whatever I want. I can play any song I want. I can do the show the way I want it. It's challenging though because I'm working by myself, but the key is to expose everything you have as a musician, as an artist, and be yourself. You don't have to be someone else. You don't have to act like the production companies tell you to do, or the musicians. You know, the way you dress, you can dress the way you want. It's kind of fun. Yeah, the key is to be yourself and be the best musician you can, and go do it. Go on stage and just rock it. Mainly I raised in musical family. I had the inspiration since I was a little kid to play music and listen to music all the time. So when I become established guitar player, I started to listen to a lot of metal music, Megadeth, Metallica, and then I went into the progressive metal, which is I started to listen a lot to Dream Theater, Symphony X, all these kind of bands. This is technically my main influences as a guitar player. But now, since I'm a composer, I listen to a lot of genre of music. I listen to jazz, I listen to classical music a lot, symphonic music, new age music, all this kind of music around the world from different countries, and I really get inspired from this, from their melodies. And also, we live in this strange world, this crazy planet. We live in space, so space is my inspiration of composing, and nature and all these beautiful things happening here on Earth and happened before. So I really get inspired from documentaries, from things like that, from stories long time ago, and I get inspired and compose these melodies and music, and I put them in my style. Mainly I'm a melodic person. I love melodies. I'm not this kind of guitar player that shreds all the time. It's not about that, it's about the music, so I really focus on that. Now recently I'm really enjoying just playing some minor songs, without just going crazy on stuff, so it's all about my mood. But yeah, I really like those instrumental solo artists like Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, Mari Friedman, all these great guitar players, and I'm lucky I had a chance to meet all these people. Yeah, I keep myself busy listening to music and get inspired and composing more and more and find my own sound and yeah, make it happen. We're all born in Lebanon, and it's a very crazy country. There's a lot of situations, a lot of war happening. So we all face this depression and all that. So music was my only escape. I was like playing music all the time, just focusing on music, and I wanted to build myself as a musician because this is what I felt I am. All I can do is music, and I don't want to be involved in a lot of things that's happening. So since I started to listen to a lot of bands, a lot of music, I knew that one day I'm gonna do my own thing. So I really focused on my playing, on my style, on my sound. you reach to a point when you realize that your sound is coming up from your hands, from your soul. It's not about your sound from your amp or guitar. So I focused on that, and I built my own style, my own feel. I discovered that if you play from the heart, the way you want it, you will have your own signature sound. You don't copy anyone else, you don't try to be someone else. Just be who you are, be yourself, and play what you feel. So this is how I built my own style, my own playing, just to be myself and forget the world outside, forget all the problems that's happening, because these things will affect you as a musician as well. So I'm trying to avoid all these problems and just focus on the music, on myself, just to learn who I am. I know I have it, and all I need to do is work hard on it and do some recordings and be there and play, and I'm doing it, and it's been good. A lot of tough days, but I'm making it. A lot of bands, they just record anything just randomly and they just post it online, and that's it. They think they're established band or something. So my advice to you is, don't do this mistake. Just make sure you're working hard on your songs, recording it the right way. Doesn't mean you have to go to $1 million studio. It's not about that. It's all about the song. So the structure of your song and the sounds that you're picking from your guitar or keyboard or drums, the whole arrangement should be right. Give it time, work hard on it, and then release your song. Don't do mistakes releasing songs without making sure that everything is right on it. So give it time. Follow your ears, the melodies in your head, just put it there. When you hear a melody in your head, this is you, this is your own thing, this is your signature. Just put it there. Don't copy, don't try to be someone else. And a lot of people just follow, they just want to be technically good, and they just forget about the music. It's all about the music, it's not about the technical stuff. I always tell my friends and my bandmates that the music is not technically hard, it's musically hard. You have to play the right music, the right melodies, the right harmonies. You need to give it time, you have to be patient. Give it time. Work harder on your songs. Don't go on stage if you're not ready. Don't release your song if it's not well produced. This will really affect you as a musician. So you need to be decent in music and do it the right way. And that's it. Just enjoy being a musician. You don't have to be this shredder guitar player or this crazy progressive guy or this blues guitar player because you want to be this guy. No, just follow what you feel. Any style can be good. Every note can make a difference. So just focus on that and practice music more than practicing guitar. Especially also there's you need to work on your sound, which is kind of technical, which is you need to know your amp, you need to know your guitar, you need to know the combination between the pedals. Especially when you play with the band, you need to know how to arrange all the band in terms of drums and bass and keyboard. You need to be a musician. Just study music, be a musician, so you can produce your own things. This will really, really help you. I played with a lot of bands actually. I was a session player, getting calls from bands and go perform. I played with a lot of kind of metal, rockish band called Crack in the Shell. And we did a lot of shows in the Canyon Club in Los Angeles. And we opened for a lot of bands like the Winery Dogs, which is, for me, it was an amazing show because I had a chance to see Mike Portnoy and open for Mike Portnoy and see all these great musicians, you know, playing with this band. And I had a chance to open with Queensryche and the Foreigners, and last show was with Puddle of Mud. So it was fun, you know, play on this big stage and meet all these good old musicians. And also I played with a metal band called Valora, and we had a chance to, you know, play around LA region doing some metal shows. So these are the main two bands I played with, you know, and also I've been doing a lot of shows here and there as a sessionist, so it was a pretty good experience for me. A lot of fun.